Festival's SchoolFest program and the education program, I guess, with the Waka Odyssey it started off small, and then we just wanted to maximise on every opportunity to get kids involved with the Waka, with meeting the voyagers and the whole experience. So we started to develop ways that not only can we bring the Waka voyagers and Waka culture out to schools, but we can actually bring kids to the Waka themselves, which is what you're seeing today. So a Waka adventure is where schools come out to the Waka, meet the voyagers, learn how to put up the sails, learn how to put on the harnesses, how to function the hoy and all the star maps and kind of constellations and how they navigate on the Waka. Otherwise, it's a Waka journey, which is where the voyagers and we actually go out on the road, out into the regions for the schools that live too far to be able to get into Wellington itself. So we're going as far as Masterton as well as Otaki, and we're taking out a group of 4 voyagers, 2 of which function a wonderful star dome where they learn all about celestial navigation, and they actually get to go in this big blow-up igloo. And then there's a voyager talk where the kids get to learn about their experiences, about their voyages, and then Oliver from Sustainable Coastlines comes along, because being sustainable for our marine life, for our harbours, is another really important aspect of Waka culture. And so he also gives the kids a talk, and they do a big school clean-up and they start to study all the things that they've found. So it's trying to actually meet all of those elements of the cross-curricular of science, leadership, maths, physics, biology, environmentalism, arts, culture. It kind of meets all those.
Hopefully what they're getting out of this is a reality check on what actually makes New Zealand New Zealand. You know, and that this stuff is a shared history that everyone is a part of.
Something that I found during my research was that schools and kids weren't necessarily that familiar with the story of Kupe. And, you know, they knew about the Polynesian landing and discovery of New Zealand, but James Cook was much more, you know, a part of their curriculum than actually the traditional, you know, Polynesian settlers and voyagers on this land, which were the first people to settle in New Zealand.
It's too long that Māori stuff's been relegated to a realm of myth and legend, and it's not a reality, and this is the kind of stuff that shows people it's actually for real.
The most interesting thing I learned was tying the knots on the Waka. That was really cool.
Well, I thought the most interesting thing was that just under where they keep all of their stuff, there's a little door which just has enough room for a bed for them to sleep in and the little essentials that they need.
That Waka there has been out to Easter Island, all the way out there, so it's pretty amazing, yeah. Probably the thing that did surprise me the most, how long they stay out on the boat for, and only had 3 hours for sleep each day. It's pretty crazy.
The most fun thing was probably putting up the sail, because we got to tie it up and we had to work as a team to make one person hold it and pull it up while the other one threaded through the little hooks. And yeah, it was really fun.
It's more than just the learning and the education. What I've really noticed is that it's a family, you know, and it's important to show New Zealanders that we're all part of this family. We all have our own journey. We all have our own voyage. So connect with that, be a part of it, and yeah, appreciate it.